Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important example related to DatePipe, where we will see few more formatting, some custom formatting that we can do on our date in order to get the desired output. Okay, so we will discuss in the very same way. Firstly, I'll explain the requirement, then we will write the logic from scratch, and then we will verify the output. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use Angular pipe for custom date formats. Okay, alright, so the first thing that we need to do here is the module declaration, because we all know that firstly we need a module to use the DatePipe. So for that you can go to app.component.ts file. Here in import section you can write common module. Okay, so once you add this thing common module here, it will automatically add this line, and once it is added, that means you are good with the code and now you can use it. Because if you take your mouse cursor over here, it will give you the idea that it exports all the basic Angular directives in the pipe. Perfect. So this is the one thing that we need for sure every time whenever you want to use the DatePipe in Angular. Next thing is we need one variable, because we want to perform some operation on date, right? So what you can do, you can create one variable to store the current date. So I'll just simply define here current date, then colon, then date with capital D, and it is mandatory to use capital D, otherwise it won't work. Okay, this is case sensitive. Perfect. So what we did here, we just declared one variable with the name current date, where we have stored the date. Now next what we will do, we will go to app.component.html file, where we are already getting the heading, which is Angular 19 course by Sharmit. So simply add h2 here. In h2 we will write Angular DatePipe, and then you can put the format which you want to explore. So for today I'll show you few formats like mm/dd/yyyy, then comma, then we will add hh colon colon ss. So this is something that firstly we will give a try to this thing. Okay, and after that we will also explore another example. Let me write it here, which is M, then D, and then we will use, I think this one is already covered now. Okay, no problem, fine. So this thing is there. Next we will add, let me put it in a right way. After a comma we will write here hh, then colon then colon, then ss and a. Okay, so we covered mmddyyy, hhmmss, then we have hhmmssa. so these examples we will explore. Okay, let's go here. Now here firstly we will run the code as it is. So write ng-serve -open, then wait for few seconds and it will show you the output on the browser screen, which we are getting over here. Okay, so that means we are getting the correct I think W is not, it should not be W, it is only SS. Perfect. That's why we always check the output after heading, so that if there is any issue we can capture it. Okay, so this is the thing that we are getting as of now. Now as usual, like firstly I'll show you the actual date. So you just need to write here P, and then you can write current date, and inside a bracket we will write without current date without Angular DatePipe. Okay, current date without Angular DatePipe. Then we will put here colon, and after a colon we will use double curly braces. In double curly braces we will put the actual variable, that is current date. Perfect. Now you can save it, refresh it. So you can see we have got this current date without Angular DatePipe. The value is Saturday, July 26, 2025, 8:12:27 GMT plus 05:30 Indian Standard Time. Okay, now after this what we are going to do, we are going to add another paragraph which is p tag. In p tag we will write current date. After this we will write here without, not without, this time we will use this format, $m/$d/4 times ys, then comma. After this we will write capital H 2 times, then small m, then s. Now you might be thinking, like some of you might be thinking, like why we are using here small m and here capital M, because these two are completely different thing. Okay, so always use it in the same case, because M is meant for something different and small m is for something different. I'll show you. So let's add colon and then double curly braces. Here we'll write current date, then pipe symbol. Inside this we will write date, then colon, and here we will write the actual format, that is M. So this part is just for your theoretical part. Like I just want to show you the heading, that's why I'm writing it here. Actual thing is happening here. So M capital, then we will write here DD 4 times ys, comma, then we will write H colon ss. Perfect. So now you can save it and refresh it. So after a refresh you will find that we have got the value as 7/26/2025, 8/13/43. Okay, so this is the format. Now the another interesting thing that you will find here is, in this case like we have got this value, that is like we have got this value mmddy, okay, which is month, day, year, and you can see like if you make it as M, then in that I'll show you that example. Okay, so instead of time, let's explore that example too, because that is somewhere related to this. So let's cover it first. dy, then we have comma, then we have h, then colon, and a. This one we will explore. Okay, fine. So this is ready. Like we have got M. For M it is returning the month, then we have D small, which is 26, year 2025, and then we have time, hour, minutes, seconds. Okay, so this is the format. Now prior to that, or maybe after that, that doesn't matter. Let's write here p tag. In p tag we will write current date, then M d comma y comma h colon a. Perfect. Okay, let's save it and add the value also. So here we will write current date, pipe date. Here we will write M t y h a, and inside a colon, of course, because without this not colon, inside a quotes, because without these quotes you won't be able to use it. Okay, now you can save it and see the value. So this time what we are getting the M as short month, not a complete month. Okay, if you make it 4 times M, then it will become the complete month, but right now we are using M. That is why you are getting the value as JUL. And if you are using 2M, then you can see it returns the number. So don't get confused between these values. You just need to give a hit and try, and then you will find the actual meaning of it, because 1 or 2 times when you refer this session, then you will be easily able to understand it and use it in your program. Okay, and then we have year. Then in hours we just use 8, and then we have minutes in 16 and AM, and that is why this double small m is completely different from the capital M, double capital M. Okay, because this small m is representing the minutes of time, and this capital double M representing the month of year, a month of the date. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.